Hey friends! We are now on to part 3 of trying to get the Spark notebook inside the Q on ARM cluster working well. So in part 2, we got it sort of pretty close to working. We resolved the issues with the executors talking to the driver program, and we resolve the issues with the service account. So what we're going to do now is try and resolve the issue that we ran into, wherein we have different Python environments set up. And we're going to do this by essentially setting up pretty much as close to the same Python environment as we've got in our notebook. Pardon me. Actually, this is making me think. How are we setting up? Yeah. So this is pretty similar. And so here we've got this Jupyter Magic single user sample. And I built that a while back when we were trying to get the Docker one to work. And so that one uses a Python setup script. And so now we're going to use that same Python setup script to construct our executor Python environment. And so that's what we see here is we've got this Python setup script, and we install some similar stuff. Yeah. So let's go ahead and see if this works. I don't know. I don't actually remember if I made any changes. I don't need this one to the notebook. I think I didn't. So I think we can start with actually just changing the container image that we're using. So let's go ahead and I like seeing logs. Okay. Let's make sure there's nothing hanging out in the Spark namespace. No, looks like we're good. And now let's see if any pods come up. They should. Oh, unless... Oh, yeah, here we go. So the PySpark pods are coming up. It looks like the app name isn't getting respected. And that's probably a bug, but we'll deal with that another day. Actually, Or is that not how I Spark configure app name? Oh, it's app.name. Okay, that's why. Well, we'll fix that for next time. That's fine. Okay, so we've got our container running, kubectl logs -ns. Okay, now we'll parallelize some data. Fine, and okay, rockin'. And so this is actually, it works now, and that's awesome. And that's really great. And the cool thing here is that our notebook is actually inside of my brain is taking a vacation. Yeah. Sorry, my brain is just not cooperating. Give me a second to remember what's going on. Right. So it's working, and this is like really simple, but our notebook is inside the cluster. And this is really good because it means that like I can go over to my laptop, and I can connect back to the same notebook. Um, and like it doesn't matter if my connection between the computer that I'm working on and my cluster breaks, right? Because the notebook where the driver program is will still remain connected to the cluster. And so that's really convenient. It is a little bit more involved than I remember to do client mode inside of the cluster. Um, and this is really interesting because like creating this service and stuff like that, that's stuff that Dask does automatically, or that's stuff that Dask can do automatically. And so this is really cool that Dask has a lot of these smarts sort of built in. Uh, and I wonder if we should do that in Spark. Realistically, probably we're not going to. We've got other fish to fry, and my life is pretty busy with those fish. Um, so we'll just do the workaround of writing a blog post about how to do this. But I'm really excited because it finally works, and that's great. And this is a really short live stream. Uh, but that's good. It works. I guess we're done. Unless anyone else does, if anyone has any questions, like now is a great time for questions. Uh, but otherwise, I guess actually what we can do, since we got it working, is we can do a little bit of work together on like getting the stuff ready for the blog post. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start doing sort of markups on the code. And this lets me include when I'm writing my blog post, I can do like flow, and I can tell it to include. Okay, yeah. The stuff. Tag. Configure image. And then when I update the notebook code, it automatically updates the blog post, which is exciting. Okay. Yeah. And then okay, cool. Save. We're going to download this as a Python notebook, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in my Spark directory that I've got going on here. And this is called PySpark. Okay. And so, cool. And we'll go ahead. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't end up needing this. We'll add that. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add to our git ignore while we're here. TGZ files. Spark extracted. And yeah. There we go. Great. Add the code for the Spark, or add the config for the Spark notebook inside the cool. So yeah, that's going to be it. I guess what I'm going to go do now is actually start writing this blog post so that I can send it in for approval after everyone gets back from the holidays. So thanks for joining me for this super brief one. I'm really excited that it finally works, and that's good. And we'll get port some of the code that we wrote for Dask over in the Spark, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do some more Dask stuff later on next week. So thanks for joining me. I hope you're all having a good a week as possible. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.